a guy in woman form, which is like a guy like behaving like a gay. So when they see the guy, they'll be like, going to be a female form. So when a new baby this, then everybody will shout. Then they will have to beat up the guy. The next thing, the guy will change to a guy. Shout.
What you ordered versus waiting you get.
They command the woman from the.
They command woman.
They command woman. I swear, far.
You go far.
Next person.
Next.
I'd like for it. If you like.
Sorry, everyone. My name is Imai. So the title of my short film is The Bride.
The bride.
Bride, yeah.
Bride.
The log line. An adventurous and fun village getaway takes a very dark turn for Diana and Chris. This suspenseful comedy thriller incorporates both urban living and culture. So let's go to the scene. Diana meets Tunde in Mude, Lagos, and he invites her on a family salad getaway to his village. He is the prince, and his whole family will be going. He sends some to get Diana and her friend. On the salad date, while they are having fun, one of the king's elders is attracted to chatty, fun, and classy Chrissy. Things take a dark turn as it is tradition for him to choose and marry anyone he wants. The story opens on Diana and Chrissy running aggressively in the bush path and eventually to someone's house who finally accommodates and listens to them narrate their story.
Thank you.
Thanks for banking with us.
Hello, housemates. My name is Pascal Aneto. So the title of my comedy story is Audition Misadventure. So okay, this is the story of guys. He shares a room with his friend. They share same room. So he woke up in the morning and he was like, he's going for an audition. So he entered the bathroom. There was no water in the bathroom. And he woke his friend. He was like, Ade, wake up now. Why do you use the last water and you didn't fetch it? So now how do I get water? Because they don't have shower, so they go out to buy water. Ade was like, boy, you use your money to buy water now. Nobody they go audition. Use that last 200 naira where you want to use go audition. Buy water, bath. Just look at him. So worry. No, I know what to do. Before you know it, he started wearing his clothes, rub cream, use perfume, rub all his body. Then Ade was like, what are you doing? He said, this is called Rub and Shine. So he must go for that audition, and even whether he like it or not. So and this guy now, he doesn't have enough transport to take him to the audition ground. You get. So when he got to the bus stop, they were calling Ajah to Lekki 15, and what he has is like 700. So and he must get there. So he met someone, a passenger in the bus. He was like, please, can we lap? The guy accepted. Immediately on the guy's lap like this, the driver came down. No lapping. Come down here, Joy. Come to drag the guy's leg. Come to drag him. Come out. You get. So he was like, okay, come down and make with one lap. And I say, no, you are not lapping. So you can't say, okay, make I be your conductor. You get. So he was now the driver's conductor. And he was now shouting at Lekki, all those stuffs. And he got to the audition late, but he was able to be auditioned. So when he got there, he already lost his voice because of the shouting he has been doing. And when he got to the audition, they called him. He started singing. He couldn't project anything, and it was a disaster. So one of the judges now told him, how far have you considered? I think you have so many talents, but I don't think singing is considered hair cutting or making hair. The guy was like, but this is my passion. He told her, say, no, this is not your passion. Go find other things and venture in. So at this point, this guy was very embarrassed. So that's the end of the story.
Thank you.
Thanks for backing me.
Let me get next. My name is Favor Benjamin in Chantel, and my storyline, my comedy storyline is titled Dead End. And the storyline is friends of different personalities. We have a crazy one, funny one, the mean one, and the shy one. So they were confused of who they want to be and of who they are. So then they learned about a fortune teller, and then they set off on a journey of self-discovery. So on their journey, they encountered dramas of all kinds. So they will encounter dramas, all of that. Then finally, they got to the destination and had the fortune teller educate them on their flaws, their wrongs, their talent, their strengths, and then a way to go. So this story is educating, it is entertaining, it is exciting, and can also be developed further. And also, teaser, I didn't really ask if the story is background limited, like if it's location, if there's a location barrier to it. We didn't ask if it was going to be here or other location. So in that situation, I had to like develop another story that could be shot here, if because the other one will have a background, a location background, yes. So that one is about a man and his family who have a lovely daughter, and they've invested in on the girl that they've seen their daughter to be an asset, that they will reap when she wants to get married. And then with that mindset, when the girl was about to get married, so she had a lot of suitors. The father will keep choosing. So these suitors now will have different personalities. Since it's a comedy, so there will be different characters that will make it exciting. The character will be depending on the people available. So we can work on anything, we can work on any character, anything, and we can develop it. Thank you.
Oh, Matter.
Alright, hello everyone. My name is Lucas. The title of my comic play is Yes, No. Let me give a plot. The plot is all about a young, beautiful lady that is walking beside a pool. The guy approached her just to woo her, and suddenly two hoodlums interrupt the whole play. So let me go in details. Sorry. The lady is called Beauty by name, a young beautiful lady in her mid-20s, light in complexion with an average height. Ben is the name of the guy. A young, handsome guy in his early 30s, dark in complexion, looking lanky. Then Hoodlum 1, a tall, young, and agile guy in his early 30s, bully structure. Hoodlum 2, a short, young, and bully guy, light in complexion in his early 20s. Beauty, walking beside the pool. Then Ben approached. Ben, wow! Do you know that when I was young, I always wondered why King Solomon married many wives? Just because he has not had the opportunity to meet you. Then Beauty now replied, what do you mean? Then said, your beauty is enough to glitter the whole world. Then Beauty is blushes. Really? Then Ben said, if you can marry me, I promise to catch a live bullet for your sake. Then Beauty, now I can't believe what I am hearing. Ben said, then Ben now adjusts himself because he's already gaining the attention of Beauty. Then Ben now said, there is no battle I can't fight for you. So now say, Beauty is now called. Then two hoodlum rushes into to interrupt the scenario. Hoodlum 1 say, holding a cutlass Capone proposal. Then Beauty is now fearful mood. Now say, I'm not the one. Then the hoodlum 1 now say, are you sure she's the one? Hoodlum 2 say, yes, she's the one that refuses Capone proposal. Then Hoodlum 1 now say, then we'll have to remove one of her eyes. Beauty is now fearful as she faces Ben by saying, Ben, you said you can live bullets for me, and you promised to fight any battle for me. Ben now said, that is when you said yes. Then Beauty now said, but I am about to say yes. Ben said, no. Beauty said, okay, I have said yes. Then Ben now said, no, you didn't say yes. Beauty said, yes, I have said yes. Ben said, no, you say no. So now say, but yes. That is when the two Udlona interrupt. We are just joking. And that is
I'm coming. See that hoodlum? They get that. Claps announcement. My name is Olusoya Oluwasegun. The setting on the concept of my story, the title is Believed Lies. Here is a young man called Musa, who happens to be a gate man to Mrs. Thomas. Then, along the line, Mrs. Thomas traveled. Then Musa spotted a beautiful young lady. Then he used Mrs. Thomas' car to disguise to the lady and called himself the son of a minister. Then he began to spend money on the girl and the likes. Mrs. Thomas happens to have a friend, Mrs. Esther, who happens to be the mother of the girl Musa was deceiving. There was a day Mrs. Esther and Mrs. Thomas were sitting together. Mrs. Esther began to boast to Mrs. Thomas. Her daughter just met the son of a minister who wants to marry her. And she began to boast and everything. Then on the long run, Mrs. Thomas discovered that the person Mrs. Esther was boasting of as the son of a minister happens to be her own driver. Thank you. Then the other one, which happens to be more like a comedy skit. Here is a beautiful girl standing by the street with her makeup full on her face, looking so beautiful. Then a guy walked up to her and he said to her, "Is your name called Light, or do you have anything immolate in your name?" The girl said, "No." And the girl asked why. He said, "Immediately I saw you, I left darkness and come into the light." Then the girl said, "Are you for real?" And he said, the guy said, "Yes." Immediately, the girl took him away, washed away her face, and she became black. And he said, "Are you in the light or you're in the darkness?" Thank you.
Holy boy. Holy boy. I'm saying the right for somebody here. You right for somebody here. Somebody the right for. Imagine.
I don't understand. See my GC.
Hello, Asmith. My name is DC.
So I know.
The title of my comedy video is The Familiar Spirit.
This is
a story of a guy named Chinedu who behaves different from other people. He sees what everybody don't see, and he behaves very funny. People tend to believe he's just funny, or not to them that there's a familiar spirit that makes him behave abnormal. Until a day came that a pastor came his way and delivered him from that spirit. At this, everybody was amazed of his new attitude. This story tells us that how people behave sometimes may not be their true identity, especially when their attitude is weird and abnormal. They may be pushed by something unknown. So, I've not really write the Alright, that was all. Thank you.
All the way.
Sir.
Why are you confessing?
I'm not confused. I just have to.
When you preached. Shouldn't say what you just said now. Do you understand? Next.
Good day, everyone. My name is Nekimute, and the title of my comedy is House of Kakara. Kakara means laughter. In my dialect, Kakara means what? Laughter. Now, this story portrays the comic journey of a proud, bitchy, controlling therapist who went to a home filled with unintelligent, physically impaired imbeciles in order for them to better their lives, since he has an unruly behavior. Now, the cast, they need a therapist, they need 2 staff that are mentally unstable, they need 8 patients, they need a girl behaving like a man, they need a boy behaving like a girl, they need an imbecile, they need a cripple, they need a clown, they need everything funny. Now the synopsis, Don Kakara, the therapist, due to his bad behavior, was sent to this home to better himself and to better these people just in 1 week. Getting there, when he took therapy sessions with each of them, he saw that there's no way to bring back these people. They are finished. But due to the fact that he has to leave that place, he found a solution. So during the act of him giving them this solution, he also learned what? Self-control. Now everything about the House of Kakara is an hilarious banter and struggle that shows a relief to display different personalities.
Don't do that. Those are characters. Familiar spirits, they worry them. Thank you, sir. Grandpa, God bless you.
Are you the last person?
Yes, sir. My God.
So all the storytellers on stage.
House of Crackers.
Now, I am going to be talking to you a little bit on how to pitch. But when we have a guest celebrity, you have a full knowledge on scripting and how to pitch a story for sponsorship. During the course of the show, before the end of the 30 days, I will be giving you all the opportunity to pitch a story, and you will get funding for your story from scratch to finish. The manager is going to sponsor one story into a full fee. Now talking about how to pitch. You have to understand the meaning of pitching a story. Sometimes when you're pitching, it's either you're pitching a story for sponsorship, pitching is also referred as the process of presenting and selling an idea for a story. I am not asking you to write. When your celebrity comes around, they'll be taking you on scripting and story pitching. You can now just write because you'll be seeing face to face and refer to questions, because I want all my storytellers and scripters to become a professional antiquity in Nigeria, and they want that. Now, just as I said, pitching a story is referred to having an idea for a story. Typically, position we have, such as a producer, a publisher, or investor, with the goal of securing a support and funding for that production. Now, when you're asked to pitch a story, you are supposed to get the most interesting part of your story. A pitch is like a summary. Some of you are just pitching professionally, not convincing. Talking about log lines and all. There are some investors that don't even understand the meaning of log line. Because you're not talking to. Most investor just wants to hear a beautiful story so they can invest their money and make money. Coming to speak or use scripting grammar, you're just confusing the investor the more. We go straight to the story, the most interesting part of the story. When you catch your investor's mind, I tell you, with your first 2 lines, the next thing you can say or the other things you keep saying is none of his business. But make sure your 2 first lines are catchy. What you just did now is called verbal pitch, which you present in person. Now, I am going to be talking about boldness. You have to be very bold when you're pitching, and you have to be very convincing because you're selling. It's like marketing someone to invest money in you. So you have to be very bold. Now I'm going to tell you something about boldness. Boldness can hide your fault. Even when you make mistakes, when you're bold, make mistakes, it becomes style. But even when you know that thing very well, and you're not bold to look at your thing, you have to be convincing. Very convincing. You can market an old shoe for $20,000. It's called marketing. You have to be very convincing. Take note, maybe after you'll be properly nurtured and trained in scripting and storytelling. I'll be giving you a task. So now, the 9 of you face the stage. The 9 of you face the stage. I am going to do a free and fair voting. Housemates.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to stand at the back of the housemates you feel is our story most. Those Those of you standing, close your eyes. The script is on stage, close your eyes. So now, over to you, housemates.
They're not standing straight. They're not straight. They're not standing straight.
Yeah, they should be on the same level, man. Good level.
Now, the 9 of you, face the front and count how many people voted for you.
Come on, count. I'll leave you.
But switch that.
So, the first 3 be on stage, the rest of you. Proceeded. The first 3 on stage. The rest of you be seated. The first 3 on stage. Now, I am going to give you 5 minutes to set the lounge and create a stage. This 3 will be pitching in front of our hand director. To that now. Same story we pitched earlier. Representing the lounge design.
Please, I don't understand, please.
Set the lounge, create a stage. This 3 will be pitching on stage. In lounge.